Stray Cats are back, amazingly and fantastically, and the three of us are in Nashville at Blackbird Studios recording our first record in, I think, 25 years.
1, 2, 3.
The idea of the record came together when I was actually starting to write songs. And what inspired me to start writing songs was an old Fender reverb unit. And I started writing kind of surf spaghetti western. And that kind of started the ball rolling. Once we played, it started to spark the songwriting. Because then I knew I wanted to make a Stray Cat record.
Last year we did 4 concerts together to really see how it would be and what the band sounded like and what it felt like, and it was great. The band just tore the roof off these gigs that we played, and we really just looked at each other and said, you know what? It's time now. Let's rock, let's make a new record. We're way past due. So Brian, Jim, and myself, really kind of came to this decision at the same time.
He had songs we played, everyone was getting along, it was like boom, 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 boom. Rather than, we're getting along, well, let's try to find a gig, okay, I wrote a song, but I already recorded, like everything lined up. And like, here we are.
When I wanted to make this record, I said, we have to play the way we do live. And surprisingly, no one's ever done that. I mean, the top engineers and producers have never recorded a band where you're 3 together like this.
It is really live, and it's kind of like doing a gig. We're all in the same room.
So with Peter Collins, he goes, I'm going to record you like that.
Peter Collins comes from that original school, I think, of loving American rock and roll and being interested in the sound. And he's a world-class cat. I think if you go his credits, he's got 500-700 credits, some crazy thing like that.
The Stray Cats sound as good today as they did to me in 1979, 1980. Brian's playing fantastic. The guy's just rocking it, and it's just as good as it ever was.
So what we're going to try to do here is we're going to try to use the least amount of microphones we possibly can to get this record. That would have been sort of how it was done in the day. It's really easy if we want to make a record that sounds like the 50s, but I think that we want to make a record that sounds that echoes that sort of sound, but then today it sounds like today.
It was just like an old way of making records. The modern is meeting the vintage, which is what's always been our inspiration.
What I want to achieve with this record is to make it sound fresh and fun. So we've got to get takes fairly quickly and keeping the atmosphere fun and not getting too intense about things.
He says it sounds fantastic. Oh, thank you.
And we're recording in a really organic, real way. So, in the traditional sense of making a record, that's what this is. This is a record of what we're doing.
There's something very special about the Stray Cats, those 3 guys playing together. And take one element out and you don't have it.
But that's good. And I like do you like the spot in the beginning where the first verse is no guitar?
Yeah.
Leave it open.
Yeah.
Well, the main thing about everyone, about Lee and Brian, that I could say is everyone stayed at it. It's not like someone vanished. So they're both really skilled musicians. I hear them talk and it's like, wow. It's not the average talk between musicians in a bar. Believe me, it's like way advanced, like it sounds complicated. And then it's rocking at the same time.
Is that what's the pickups on there?
Yeah. Tom rewound one and deadened the other because it was too much. Like over here, the string vibrates more over there. So, that's always too loud. So he demagnetized it, whatever that is, and he rewound that. He's got a nice crunchy sound.
One of the wonderful things about the last couple of days is I realized they do still have it, and it's very special. Nobody else sounds like the Stray Cats. People try to sound like the Stray Cats, but they've got it.
I mean, you think about double bass, you think about Lee. You think about rockabilly guitar playing, jazz guitar playing, rock guitar playing, you think about Brian.
And that's a cool thing. The band has its sound and its personality, and it's undeniable. We've got laser focus on putting this new Stray Cats record together and doing it right.
It was just a really good time that we all came back. Like I told the guys, you don't want to make a 41st anniversary record. Let's do it now. And that's when everybody gets excited.
it's a very special time. It's been 26 years since they worked together, and here we are, and let's have a bloody good time. We're in it for the fun of it.
Oh yeah! That was it. Oh yeah! That was it.